They should have had this stuff lined up 2 years ago. They should have had this stuff lined up forever ago. Why are they the ones needing a deadline whenever they're supposed to know what they're doing? Hey guys, this is Jules with True Crime Reactions. Disclaimer. Everything stated in this video is my opinion and my opinion only. And just like everything else in these cases we discuss here on this channel, everything is alleged. So we are about 3 weeks after the motion hearings that we had on the 23rd and the 24th of January, where at the end of Friday, Judge Hippler told the defense and the state, hand me your schedules, because if I decide to do the Franks hearing, I need to know what days you guys are already going to be available. Now, I am not stating that these subpoenas right here that are now showing up on the case summary are for the Franks hearing. But it is extremely, extremely possible. Now, if you notice the way that these are labeled, there's 2 that are as subpoena ducis tecum, which is the expert subpoenas, but then there's 2 other ones. Now, that could change once these documents become public, or at least as public as they allow us to see, and we actually see the wording. But for now, as of February the 12th, it does look like there are at least 4. Now, as for the rest of the documents, we did see in yesterday's case summary update that the ones who have sworn from the second they signed the warrants that they had Bryan Kohberger dead to rights, that they had everything they needed, that the house could come down and they were going to be able to just do this so effortlessly because they had a solid case. The state needed a deadline in order to have their rebuttal experts actually submitted. They should have had this stuff lined up 2 years ago. They should have had this stuff lined up forever ago. Why are they the ones needing a deadline whenever they're supposed to know what they're doing? So the last one that we actually went over was this one right here. This one is where we learned about the Moscow traffic stop being submitted. And again, just a reminder, because there are some bigger creators out there lying to their audience about what the intention is of this stop. It's not for motive or premeditation or planning or any of those things. It's literally for identification, phone, address, and car. That's literally it. Let's go ahead and open the motion to extend state's rebuttal expert deadline. Comes now the state of Idaho by and through the Latah County prosecuting attorney and respectfully request an extension to the state's rebuttal expert deadline of Thursday, February 13th, tomorrow, to Monday, February 17th, 2025. That's crap. You know why it's crap? Monday is President's Day, meaning that banks and courthouses are closed. So this technically, to me, in my opinion, gives them technically until like Tuesday, doesn't it? Because how can they submit things when the courthouse is closed? Unless there's some sort of like program that they can check stuff in for. Mostly everything that's been going on at this point from the defense has been handed in personally at the courthouse. So I don't know if that being a federal holiday matters or not, but to me, you'd think it would, because it means that where this has to be submitted to is closed. It goes on to state that the reasons for this extension are outlined in an affidavit of Ashley Jennings. Of course, it's Jennings, and it's been attached. The state has discussed this with defense counsel, who has indicated they have no objection. Well, I mean, they're not going to like be a-holes to you about it. What I find funny, at least to me, is the fact that all of this kind of stuff is sealed. Why is this sealed? Why is this sealed? Is it because they don't want their expert witness names coming out, which again, I don't understand why that's such a big deal, to know the experts that are going to be coming in and talking on the case. If they're under a gag order, they're under a gag order. So even if we knew who they were, they can be asked questions all day long and they can't answer them. So what's the difference? I mean, are these people's lives in danger up until then? Why all the secrecy? They literally are technical public figures that probably do this kind of stuff all the time. Now, back on January 28th, which was after those crazy 2 days of court hearings, the defense team then submitted their 22nd request for discovery. Now, we've seen one other document about that come in, and it's literally just the defense's like attachments to that request for discovery. Well, now we have the state's response And as usual, it's a formatting template, and all they do is add each name of discovery or motion to compel. That's all they do. And then they say, we're going to keep doing what we're supposed to be doing, but you're not doing it. We already know you're not doing it. But they must have actually submitted something because whatever it was is sealed, of course. Now, Judge Hippler did grant this extension of the rebuttal expert witness deadline, which again, I don't understand because the courthouse is going to be closed on Monday. And the other two documents are just the orders going ahead and sealing all of these things that really just don't need to be really sealed. Now, I went and I checked on the two rules that are mentioned with these sealings. And again, these are people that are going to be known anyway because they're going to be testifying at some point, and eventually all of this stuff is going to come unsealed. Judge Hippler said it himself that there was too much over secrecy in this entire situation. So when it comes to the ICAR 32 rule that's mentioned, it's your regular, this is basically like gag order stipulation when it comes to exempt from disclosure documentation. Okay. G, court records exempt from disclosure, except as provided in paragraph H of this rule. Court records specified below are exempt from disclosure. Any willful or intentional disclosure or accessing of a sealed, shielded, or exempt court record not otherwise authorized under this rule may be treated as contempt of court. 1. Documents and records to which access is otherwise restricted by state or federal law. And the other one is the Idaho Code 74-124C, which is unwarranted invasion of personal privacy. But again, if these are experts that are being submitted as parts of the testimony when it comes to the trial, whether it be state or defense, if their names are going to be public, if they work as a profession, and this is something that they do, what is the big deal? I'm not understanding. I guess maybe I just don't see the reason for it, but I'm sure there's plenty of people out there that do. But again, the judge has already stated there's too much secrecy in this, but he's also signing off on all of it. So until I start seeing more things being unsealed, he's all talk and no game at this point. Now, also, don't forget that we are coming up on the deadline for the defense and the state to have turned in their redactions for the transcript that they were supposed to be getting together from the closed session of the hearings that happened on Thursday, January the 23rd. Now, we know that we got so much insane information from the stuff that was considered okay to be public. I don't know if the stuff that was said in the closed sessions was literally only because there was IGG information, meaning family members of Bryan Kohberger were going to be spoken about. That I agree with because they're family members of somebody and have nothing to do with nothing. But again, if you work a profession and this is something that you do and you're coming out and you're talking about something professionally, and this is going to be something that's public and your name is going to be known and your reasoning for being here is going to be known anyway, why are we sealing those things? It's just stupid to me. Hopefully the only redactions we have are the family member redactions, but I have a feeling there's going to be a crap ton more. But that's it. Those are the new docs. That's what's happening right now in the Idaho 4 case. Let me know what you guys think about all of this down in the comments. Do you think it's possible that these new subpoenas are now for what's possibly going to be the Franks hearing? Hi. I don't know. It depends on who they are filed by. And we also need to consider the fact that the state has asked for a deadline. So I don't know if they're for the state. They might be for the defense. We'll find out, hopefully. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. If you like the way that I present this information and give my opinion, please don't forget to leave a like on the way out. Subscribe to the channel if you are not subscribed already. And please don't forget to make sure that that notification bell is set to all so you don't miss any of my rants, reviews, reactions, updates, or deep dives. See y'all.